Hi, Dr. Bridget here with another prescription for success. Today we're going to do a little bit more on identifying your customers' needs from a mindset perspective. So the first thing to do is to listen. So while you're not asking any questions at the moment, you're finding out what's important to people and their values, and we've covered that in a previous blog. And it's just about their language patterns. Are they using a lot of shoulds, needs, ought tos, or do they really want something? And do they really want something, or do they not want the opposite? So yeah, we've talked about all of that before. Then second one is to, find my fingers, second one is to ask the questions, find out the specifics, ask them what's important to them about the purchase that they're about to make. So if someone said to you, well, I just want a safe car, that's not actually that specific, is it? So you might say, well, what does safety mean to you? What sort of car do you think is safe? Is it about the steering? Is it about how the seats are, or the wheels, or the speed, or, and I'm not a big expert on cars, and safety is not particularly important to me, but some people might find it. So you need to find out the specifics of why it's safe. And then ask them, what's the purpose of having a safe car? So what's having a safe car mean to you? Well, they might say, well, I feel comfortable and therefore free to do whatever I want. And you can use that. So what you've done is you've chunked down on the value, and then you've chunked up to find the purpose. Then, in terms of the questions, are you going to ask open questions or closed questions? And we went over that last week. So open questions will give people more of, more of the model of that person's needs and their values, and they'll tell you a lot more. But sometimes you might just need to narrow it down and say, is this a car you'd like to buy or not? So yes or no. Then sometimes you might need to give them options or alternatives. Now, while I like to have choices in my life, if people give me too many options, then I go, oh, I can't cope with that. So it's a lot of detail. If I get given a menu in a Chinese restaurant, I go, wow, there's about 4 or 5 pages of stuff that I really like. So maybe it's about saying, would you like me to tell you about some more options, or are you happy with what I've told you? And then go with that and just note their responses. So that's about identifying customer needs, and once you know what their needs are, then you can then sell them something if you can match their needs to a product or a service that you provide. Okay, so that's me for this week. I shall see you next week. Bye.